Hey guys, and welcome back to another new Animal Crossing video. I'm Crossing Channel, and in today's video I'm going to be going over some of the darkest Animal Crossing villager names. Now you might be thinking to yourself, this is Animal Crossing, how dark can their names really be? And of course it's nothing too sinister, but some of the names of villagers that have been named for a really long time now, and even in some newer games of Animal Crossing, have some names with darker meanings behind them. So if you're excited to learn what these are, be sure to leave a like to show your support, and let's get straight into the video. Now to start us off, we've got to go with Elmer the horse. Now, Elmer's actually quite cute, and he might seem unsuspecting to you when you see him at first, but Elmer, his name is a reference to Elmer's glue, which used to be made from horses, I believe, or at least had horse parts in it, which is really strange. I don't know why that was the case, I'm not sure, but I did a little bit of research and it seems that was true. I don't think it's true now, I'm pretty sure it's not true now. But in the past, in the long past it was. So that's why he got named Elmer, because aside from that, can you really think why he would be named Elmer? You know, like, it doesn't really fit with him. I mean, I guess it could kind of suit him, but these names tend to have meanings behind them, and for him, unfortunately, it's Elmer's glue. For the next one, we have Pate or Pate. I'm gonna go with Pate for her. She is named after a dish that basically uses the insides of a duck to create the dish. So she's basically named after her own meat, which is really weird and kind of sad for her. You know, she's pretty cute, she's a cute looking duck, she looks very innocent and kind of worried. And I guess you can't really blame her for being worried when she's named after a dish that is made out of her own insides. It's a bit, you know, of a concerning situation for her, so I'll cut her some slack for that worried look, because I definitely wouldn't want to be named after, you know, my own demise either, or a meal made out of me. I think that's quite sinister, to be honest, especially for Animal Crossing. The next one, of course, is Chops. Now, you guys probably know I really don't like Chops. He's actually my least favorite character, so I don't really feel too much sympathy for him. But this one's fairly obvious. Chops is, again, named after his own meat. He's named after pork chops, which, you know what? I don't know. I'm not going to say anything here. I don't want to set any of the Chops fans in the comments, but you guys know that I'm really not a huge fan of Chops. So, you know, this evil pig, maybe he will finally get his comeuppance. I don't know. Either way, he's named after his own meat, which is a recurring theme in this video. You're going to see that a lot. So just be prepared for that, where it's the case where a lot of these characters are actually named after their own flesh or a meal that's made after them. I don't know why the developers, well, I shouldn't say the developers, I don't know why the writers went so hard on this and they decided to name so many characters like this. But it's definitely a thing they decided to do, and yeah, of course, Chops is a prime example, no pun intended there, of some cuts of meat. Here we have another one, and this one isn't so sinister, but it kind of is. It's just funny, to be honest with you. He's called Kevin, and he is, of course, named after Kevin Bacon. Bacon, he's a pig. It's pretty much self-explanatory. This one is just one of the many sort of references to characters and real names that they might do in Animal Crossing. There's actually quite a lot of these. I could even do a video full of these if you guys would like to see a video full of characters that have references to other names and people and stuff, because there's quite a few. But yeah, this one's named after Kevin Bacon. Bacon, of course, being the meat that comes from a poor pig like Kevin himself. So little does he know, he probably just thinks, oh, my parents chose to name me Kevin. But sadly, there was a darker meaning behind his name, a very sinister kind of meaning, and I can't help but feel a little bit bad for the guy. Either way, though, Kevin Bacon is a pretty famous actor, so I don't know, maybe he can be happy for that, you know? Kevin, come on, count your blessings here, it's not all bad. The next one we have Angus, and this one is kind of like a two-in-one deal. This one's actually quite funny, again in a sort of sinister way. Angus is, of course, named after an Angus steak, which is why I chose him for the thumbnail, but I chose him for another reason as well. Now, in the games, they have always given him this flame shirt, which I think is a tasty bit of irony there, and again, a nod to their dark sense of humor, how they've given him a flame shirt because he's literally like a flame grilled steak. It's actually probably quite sad, to be honest, but again, I can kind of appreciate their sense of humor here and how they've taken the time to kind of entwine these more subtle references and jokes, though the name Angus for him maybe isn't so subtle after all, so I don't know if I give them too much credit for that. But either way, it's kind of funny to see him have the flame shirt, and he has kept that in New Horizons and New Leaf, so clearly they want to keep this joke up, which is kudos to them, you know, they've stuck to it, they've got the conviction with their Angus joke here. Next we have Boots. Now again, this may not seem like anything to you guys, and this may just seem like a cute name, Boots, you know, the alligator, that's cute. Maybe he's named after Crocs. No, he's not. He's actually named after the fact that alligators, their hides are often used to create boots and footwear. So in this time, he's not named after a food dish, he's not named after a meal, but he's still named after his skin being used for something that people wear, which again is pretty dark, and this one is more like on the nose, you know, his name is just Boots. It's not like his name is like Booty or something cute. Maybe that wasn't the best example, but you guys get what I'm saying. He's literally just named Boots. It's like, okay, Boots, you're literally just a pair of shoes made out of your own skin. Like, that's your name. That's what we're gonna name you. And he just has to kind of live with that, you know? He looks kind of happy, though. Well, maybe a little happy, you know? He doesn't look sad, so fair enough. At least he is enjoying himself. He's vibing, basically. Finally, we have one that, again, is more than just one thing, and I like this one. This is going to be the final one for the video, but I do actually find this one, I don't know if it's my favorite on the list, but I do like this one. So, Patty, of course, the cow. Now, this can mean two things. This could mean a burger, which I'm assuming is what they intended, again, because of all the meat references. She's probably named after a patty, you know, like in SpongeBob, you got the Krabby Patties. Of course, she's not named after that specifically, but yes, she's named after a burger patty, which, again, fits in line with all the meat references. However, there may be a different meaning to this. Now, patty can also mean cow manure, a cow pat. So it could be the kind of situation where they've said, how could we sort of weave these two together, you know? How could we get both of these darker meanings behind her name into one? And that's what they went for. So again, Patty is a bit on the nose, but if you think about the other meaning, maybe it's a little bit more clever. I don't know. Either way, this has been really fun to go over these characters that have kind of darker names and darker stories behind their names. Again, it's nothing like too sinister because it is Animal Crossing, but it's good to see that the developers have kind of their own sense of humor. I love you guys to tell me in the comment section down below which of these was your favorite, and do you know any other Animal Crossing villages that kind of have darker names? I'd love for you to let me know in the comment section down below. That would be fantastic. If you want to help support the channel, click the join button down below the video to become a member of the Bobs Gang. You can get a whole bunch of cool perks for doing so, and it really helps my channel out a whole bunch. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for even more Animal Crossing content. You can also check out my links and merch in the video description, and you can check out 2 videos on the right side as well for even more Animal Crossing content. So thank you guys very much for watching.